Hello, welcome back to Seeded Sports. Today I have with me Anivesh Bharadwaj, an old friend. You used to go to the same tuition, if I'm not wrong, Anivesh.
While I think it's been like 11 years?
Many years now. Let's just put it that way. Otherwise, people will find out how old we are. I don't want
That's
to
true
do that.
also.
It's out in the open. I always tell them how old am I eventually. But that's
No,
all right.
thank you so much, Akshada, for having me here. And you're a star. So it's an honor to be in your company and lovely to see you after so many years.
Yeah. And Kaltak, I thought that Anivesh is a walking red flag because he supports United in my mind. But yesterday I discovered that Anivesh is a supporter of Chelsea, who are
But,
doing so well
but
despite all the money that they have.
please, I mean, we're still below, I think, net spend under United. So I think it's still better. But I think, like, obviously, we're still recovering from the Roman Abramovich. Uh, like when he left. So I think it's just been difficult for us to come back from the Ukrainian war.
Yeah, the pre-war days.
Yeah,
Things were
but
easier, much
hopefully,
more.
hopefully we'll recover. As you can see, my background is in dedication to Lewis Hall's and Isaac's performance today. Even though I'm not a Newcastle fan, but I'm their fan in FPL, and I'm guessing you also have them in your
Yeah,
team.
yeah. So as we were discussing, both of them are in my team as well, Hall and Isaac. And
Some
thanks to them,
yeah,
the FPL season is not going that well, that bad.
yeah, that's true. Actually, without them, it was a pretty bad week. I haven't had anyone else apart from Beto
Hmm.
and Beto, the Everton forward, and Verbruggen, who got 6 points each. Apart from that, like Rogers, Palmer, Dango, Robinson, everyone like sort of flopped.
Yeah,
But
Roger,
it's been
massive disappointment.
yeah.
He's been right.
Do you have any chips activated for this week?
No,
Assistant
not
manager.
for this week. I thought I'll activate the wild card chip this week, but I wanted to give it another week or two in case there are some more injuries coming up.
I think also because game week 29 is a blank for a lot of teams.
Hmm. Hmm.
It might be a little difficult to manage. Like, do you want to play wild card or do you want to take a free hit?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if you've planned according to that. But yeah,
No, actually haven't. Thank you for pointing that out. I had not even thought of it abhi tak.
no, but that's a Newcastle is going to have a double game week also in game week 31. I think 31 or 32.
Didn't check, yeah. I will check that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm
Check it
planning
out.
to play my
Huh.
assistant manager chip on Eddie Howe during that period. So that's why I'm planning.
Everton don't have a double week, right?
Who?
Everton. Do they have any
Everton?
double week
No, they had a double game week 2 game weeks
with
ago
us? Right.
with
Yeah, yeah.
Liverpool. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
I think उधर कर देना चाहिए था even more so. I mean, the kind of performance. कल I so I'd gone out for a United screening,
No.
and I was the only one technically between Everton and United. As a Liverpool supporter, I'm not supposed to be rooting for anyone,
Yes,
but
man.
the hatred towards United is so much, Anivesh, that I couldn't help but cheer for Everton.
I think it's also the hatred towards the United fans is so much more, even though like we might not hate the team so much, but yeah, I can
Yeah.
imagine supporting
Yeah,
Everton.
it's the fan base. You're absolutely right. So so because of that, and I was the only one cheering for Everton in a group, in a screening where all everybody is supporting United. Thankfully, I was not kicked out of the screening
So
because
far.
I'm a girl. I think that was one of the reasons why I didn't have any fights also.
But what did you like? How was the reaction of the like supporters like of the 2-2 drop? Like considering they came back from 2-0, are they
And
now
oh, they were
getting?
very happy after the draw because I think they had just lost all hope that they're going to lose and all of that. But I think they were pretty much happy with the
Yeah.
draw. Dhruv has a question. I hope not a question. The point observation. I hope both of you don't have Haaland. He's a
Oh
legendary. Do you have
no.
Haaland?
Oh no, I'm one of those who has kept Haaland since the beginning.
Oh wow.
So I've managed. Oh no, and he's not starting. Let me check the lineups would be
No,
out.
I don't think he's on the bench. Also, he. I mean, I was checking the Premier League injury list today, so his name was there in the injury list. I don't think he's starting.
Oh,
He's even on the
but
bench.
I kept him because he was on the bench for the Champions League game and he didn't come on. So I thought he would be fit for this, and he's not even on the bench.
No, no, he's not even on the bench.
Oh
Oh,
no! And guess who is on my bench? The first person to come on. It's Nico Williams, who has
oh
minus
wow.
one. He has -1 points right now, so I'll be far worse if Haaland zero without him. Oh my God, that's a bad news.
I didn't even check. I didn't even update my bench order. I think. Oh, why did? Oh, I mean, thanks to the Forest goal, we lost 3 points on Hall.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so that
but
happened.
but
But
also thank you, Dhruv, for pointing that out. I mean, I'm not too sure if I'm happy about it. That's
yeah.
that means.
Oh, ये benched Hall group कोई नहीं यार होता है हम सबके साथ हो रहा है thankfully I think none of my bench players are also performing मतलब are doing good so it's okay. I
Yes.
substituted Guardiol this week.
Oh, that I don't know how it'll play. He's super attacking, but obviously it's against Liverpool, so that might be a good
Actually I
decision.
didn't, I almost did. Shit, sorry, my bad.
Audio.
I was so confident that I substituted Guardiol for Hall that too. और मैं तब जब वो Hall का वो था तो I was like bro I mean what a wise decision that I substituted Hall for Guardiol.
But you don't have Hall in your team.
No, I do have Hall. I
Okay,
also have Guardiol.
okay, okay. But okay, so you have both in your team.
Yeah, I have
Oh,
both.
that's going to
Yeah.
be interesting because I mean I have Tar,
Hmm.
Trent,
Hmm.
and Salah, and I had Haaland, but obviously now not anymore. So I think my only two assets are probably assets that all everyone has. So
Hmm.
it's not something that I'm hoping that I would gain. I'm just hoping like Hall gets a goal now, so that like I get some rank green arrows. Otherwise, I don't think I'll get green arrows this week.
What's your point अभी तक?
Um, actually, it's surprising. Like I started in game week 2.
Hmm.
Oh, his bench is what? Who Mount?
I
This is not. This is surprising. Why are you benching all these people? Who do you have in your team?
I'm also curious, but I brought in. I had Cody Gakpo, but because of his injury, I had to substitute him, and I brought the Egyptian Prince in place of Cody Gakpo because also, I mean, Cody Gakpo was for 7.6, Omar was for I think 7. So I was thinking of activating my assistant manager chip also in the
Oh,
coming weeks. So I just
so
wanted to take that
you
decision thoda
got an
wisely.
Armosh.
Yeah,
Oh wow, that's
yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Uh, big and is he going by the name Egyptian Prince now?
I think Twitter पे a lot of people were referring to him
After
as
that, like,
Egyptian prince.
but
So
but
yeah,
it's also now I think the Aston Villa assets are also going to be very attractive
yeah,
now. Asensio
very crucial.
and
Yeah,
Rashford, and I don't know like they're cheap. It's I mean if you have to upgrade from Rogers, I think Rogers has
yeah.
been less attacking
He's been
since
disappointed. Yeah.
two players have come in, and so he hasn't had a FPL return like since like I would say let me just check. It's been like
But Marcus is a good call. I think. I mean, after of course both the assists yesterday.
yeah, I mean,
Good
I
call.
would go for Asensio between the two because he's cheaper. I
Hmm.
think he's point 0.5 or something cheaper. And then obviously he scored 2 goals. And he
Hmm.
played 90 minutes with, I mean, he started the game. Rashford did not.
Hmm.
Maybe Rashford now has probably shown that he can start, but like I think it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
But that's actually like it's sort of a downer now that Dhruv has told us that
Dhruv, who all are there in your team? Do let us know that. Avi
yeah.
is also here. Hi Avi. How are you? Happy weekend
So,
to you as well. How was your weekend, Anish?
Uh, it's been okay. I mean, New York. For those watching, and
Yeah.
so I live in New York. It's been quite cold, and we've been on a house hunt going around, and so it's not been too fun, but roaming around in the cold. I've been under the weather a little, but yeah. Otherwise, it's fine, relaxing. Chelsea lost, so not that good. But yeah, I think that's a common recurrence now. I think soon Newcastle and Aston Villa might take over us. So that's a bummer. I think Newcastle are already above us if they win today.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, they will be.
So that's
Anis has shared his FPL. My weekend was also good. I was busy with weddings. I was busy with other things. Yeah,
yeah.
so यही था wedding season here. FPL is Raya, VVD, Munoz, Aina. For me, he's on bench. Edgar, Dango, Salah. Hmm. So Haaland आपके लिए भी ना Anas, you lose points. I
Yeah.
I I let go of Haaland after I think game week 6, 7 or 8.
That's pretty
पहले
much
इस बार
when
तो
everyone was getting rid.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
pretty much like I've lost a lot of team value on him also. Like he was 15.2 or something at one point. Now he's 14.7. So
Mm.
5
Yeah.
million I've lost on him also. So it's just like been difficult to keep hold of him
Yeah.
and yet manage to have other players like Palmer, Salah, Isak, Trent, Alex, and obviously other players. But it's just that my bench has suffered a lot. I have like currently my bench in total has -1 points.
Mine has zero.
Oh, okay, okay. You're still better.
Because Aina was on -1, but no, actually, Ayola gave 6 points yesterday, so he's my substitute
Oh,
goalkeeper.
who's your starting goalkeeper?
Pickford.
Oh, okay, okay. That's, I mean, I
That's
don't know
his rooting, also
how
rooting
many
for
points did you get?
Everton girl.
One, 2 points, right?
One, one,
Oh,
one.
no save points.
No, no.
Good.
He should have gotten some save points, but no. But Aina was also on -1 technically. I mean, now he's on zero. So
Yeah, I think it was a difficult choice. Ariola versus Arsenal. Obviously, you would not be willing to put him, but it's an interesting fact. As I was telling you, that all the teams apart from the relegation teams, um, all the matches apart from the matches in which the relegation teams were playing, the team that was ranked lower has won this game week. So it's not looking that good for Liverpool, but I mean, hopefully, Salah can still
you can't say that on a Liverpool channel.
No, that's okay.
But you
Look
can't
at
say that on a Liverpool channel.
Salah hat trick, and now that my Haaland is not playing, I'm also hoping for Trent assists and like at least a goal. But what do you
And a
think?
clean sheet also.
And a clean sheet also. But what do you think about Salah's season so far? Like this is like unprecedented.
Yeah, bro. I mean, at the start of the season, I was amongst those people who was sort of, skeptical about Salah. I have been skeptical of Salah ever
Since
since
last
the
season.
end of the last season, because
Uh,
I thought that, he's losing some momentum and he was too much in his head. Because last year, if you remember, last season towards the end, he was missing a lot of chances and he was just not looking at his usual self. So I was a little skeptical of Salah, and I was like, nahi, 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 shayad. But I had no idea that he could perform the way he has been performing this season, bro.
it,
What an amazing performance! And it also, when you look at him and the way he has been talking throughout this season, it feels like he wants to win.
mm, no, that's like he has been literally dragging the team along with him. Like also FPL wise, 271 points, and this is just game week like 25. Like obviously, and like he still has to play, but
Yeah,
he hasn't scored a hat trick yet this season. So I'm hoping that will come sometime in
yeah,
this remaining game
yeah.
week. But 271 points. He had 220 points last whole season. So this has been like completely uh,
Yeah.
or selling
The
what
goal scoring king and the assist king.
we have a question.
Liverpool. Hi Darshan. Darshan, thank you so much for joining the chat. Darshan का भी live शुरू होने वाला है guys 9:30 onwards. But I'm thinking of selling Watkins to upgrade my midfield. Good idea.
So I would say I don't know who you're planning to replace, but and who you're planning to upgrade. Like what's the budget that you're looking at? But I think if you're getting rid of Watkins, uh, is it because of game week 29 that they have a blank, or is it just because you want someone else in the midfield? I think though, like I would look at midfield from Aston Villa, but one thing that would turn me off was or is the fact that they have a blank in game week 29. So if you have good bench covers, you can upgrade probably like your Rogers or someone if you still have them in your team. I think Beto is a good bet. Oh, that sound weird, but Beto is a good bet because he's been consistently scoring goals in the past 4 game weeks. For like as a replacement for Watkins up front, so then you have money, and Palmer has been disappointing actually also. So I don't know if you're planning to replace, but I don't know if you have any views, Akshita. Who could he put in midfield?
I think Anivesh has rightfully mentioned all the possibilities, and ऊपर से Darshan is Darshan. I don't understand why you asking us for advice because Darshan is one of the leading scorers in India and FPL right now.
Oh, really?
मेरी लीग में I think second या third है दर्शन. so ये
Oh,
so I'm
oh,
sure उन्होंने बहुत सोचा है already.
then we should be asking you for advice.
Yeah, it's true. Happy by says Hall bench but will coming in as a substitute. I'm assuming that Haaland आपकी team में भी थे. Yes, lineups are out and us we have seen that. Prediction for City versus Liverpool, Anish?
I'm thinking 3-2
To
Liverpool.
Liverpool, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I'm
mean,
thinking 2-1 Liverpool.
that's also quite a good possibility. The only reason why I'm thinking is because like Liverpool have been quite open defensively, and like past two games they've like they've conceded two goals.
Yeah, yeah.
Aston
Everton
Villa
and
over Everton. So, and but their attack is like obviously commendable. And I think um, this is the first Premier League game that City are going to play without Haaland. So I mean, they played Champions League and they
yeah,
lost
yeah.
like
The
very.
Mbappe hat trick.
Yeah. But so I'm a little nervous how City will perform. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
think
somebody was also mentioning this in one of the lives the other day that that with City, if they lose so miserably, they come back even stronger in the next game.
that's true. But
So,
that has not been the case this season though.
yeah, yeah, that's it. Drew has shared his team. If you want to make any
Oh yeah.
suggestion,
So, Kepa, Robinson, Hoyson, Munoz has been so good so far. Like he scored
yeah,
also the 13 points, I think. That's amazing. And Mbueno, like uh, these are two players that I've decided to sort of like go against the crowd. Mbueno, I have not put in my team yet. I think I'm wrong. I should put him. But Madison,
I
Cloud.
had both Mbuemo and Madison in my team, but I had to let go of them. And the
For
moment, so I had to make space for Salah. So
what?
Darshan,
You didn't have
yes,
Salah in
yes,
your team?
no, I didn't have Salah because for the 2 game weeks that I had brought in Salah, he didn't score, and then Darshan here warned me that you shouldn't be having Salah in your team, but then I was like, no, if I don't have Salah, I cannot do whatever I want to achieve with FPL. जो भी थोड़ा बहुत बचा, I want to risk it. So in the double game week, I brought him in,
Oh, no,
and that's when I had to let go of
that
Mbuemo,
that's
and
pretty late. But still, I
yeah.
think you finally brought him in for the double game week. But
Yeah, in Sievert and Mitoma, I think if given an, matlab, if it, if they keep performing the way they have been performing, I think I would like to bring them in.
hmm, I think I would like to bring Mbueno because the fixtures are really good for Brentford.
Hmm.
I think like going by Dhruv's bench, I think we can see like Marmush and Trent scoring a lot because the other two substitutes, Flecken and Hall, have I think like 17 points between them till now. So seeing how high performing his bench has been, I think Marmush and Trent are coming in with a haul.
Hmm.
But no, that's a really good team. I think what if you can see his team, I think he doesn't have those apart from Salah, those like premium like Palmer and Haaland.
Yeah,
So I think that has helped to spread the money across. I think I'm completely the opposite. I have like Haaland in like Haaland Isak, then Salah and Palmer, and then Trent in the back. So I don't have
how did
much.
you make money for all these players? Yeah,
Zero like bench. I had like Winks, Vanderberg, Nico Williams, Fabianski, which obviously now none of them are playing. But I mean, apart from Williams, so I think I need to work on my bench. I'm planning to use my wild card to improve the bench because I
hmm.
don't think with all this happening we will be able to save any transfers. Do you have any free transfers left
I
after
have
the
one
game?
for no. I have just one for the next game week.
Yeah, same here. Like the also this change for five free transfers has been like really sort of revolutionary.
Yeah.
But like sometimes, but I have taken quite a bit. I didn't take one last week, but last to last week I took a hit for -4. Have you taken hits so far this game?
I don't think I have this season. No, I have one week, only one game week.
Yeah,
That was in the beginning. Yeah.
I can like I admire those people who have this like sort of like principled stand that we will not take a hit, whatever. Because I can't do that. Like I took it to bring in Beto, which has been good and he has
Yeah,
returned.
yeah,
But also Rogers I brought in during that double game week, which has been a serious disappointment. I took out Murphy, so Murphy has scored today. So that's
yeah. Murphy had a good day. Yes, true. What is Pep cooking against Liverpool? It will be wait. देखते हैं भाई. 2-2 draw. That's what
Did, did
Anik
you
has predicted.
see his recent interview with Neil Warnock? He was doing a conversation with him.
No, I didn't watch the interview, but I mean, there's this quote of him circulating today on Twitter where he said that, no team in my lifetime can achieve 100 points or
Hmm.
can win back-to-back Premier League titles.
No, that's true. And like he was also, I think I watched the initial 10 minutes or so, but he was talking about that he's been lucky to have Messi as soon as he started management. Because I think Neil Warnock was talking about how he has players who would die for him, and
Hmm.
so Pep was saying like times have changed and he has different kind of players now. It's more tactics and stuff. So I think if you look at all of his seasons, like apart from like having good squads, he would also have these like marquee players that would sort of define the team's out
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
season. But I think that is what something we're lacking from City this year.
Yeah, yeah.
That one player.
Rodri injury sort of like, I think,
Yeah,
putting
exactly.
in
And
setback
like
that
Rodri
happens.
is out, but even then, none of the strikers have. I mean, Haaland has been performing. I mean, he's still the top three scorers or something
Yeah,
like it.
yeah, he is. वो initial hat-tricks वगैरह उसके favor में आ गई ना.
Yeah, but like still, it's not enough. I guess like none of the other teammates have been like
Yeah. I
stepping
have
up.
hope in Marmoush somehow. I think
Yeah,
that,
he's really a good dynamic player. I think they were
yeah.
not able to fill in the space that was left by. Uh, I'm forgetting his name. The person who left for Atletico, the Argentinian player.
I also keep forgetting people's names, right? बता दो यार, please. You can Google it. Who
Yeah,
left City for Atletico? Who left City?
no, he's a big player. I keep forgetting his name though.
Julian Alvarez.
Yeah, Julian.
Yeah.
Sorry, sorry for our poor uh,
मेरे को तो I'm like,
lack of
if
recall.
no, it's and also Anush, I've realized that if I'm not 100% convinced, I will not say it.
Oh,
Even if
really?
I'm 99% convinced, I will not say it.
I mean, if you're not sure that you know the names, you won't
I will not say
touch the topic. Okay. That's a good strategy. I think that comes from experience, being a seasoned. I'm a lawyer, so I mean, I should also be sort of like knowing that trade, but clearly not.
it.
Um, but yeah, so it's the season. Oh, yes, thank you so much
Very
for
good.
how we everyone is sort of shouting Alvarez to scold us. But yeah, the point I was making is that I think Marmoush has is that player that
Hmm.
Haaland needs. With Alvarez, he was able to get that space and score those goals. Last season, I think he was able to also do that. I think this season, I think without Marmoush, I think there was that gap. I think since
Yeah.
Marmoush has come, or also I think like I don't know like what Pep is thinking. Like all we like a lot of I think our viewers also. It's just like Savinio was playing so good in terms of assist and stuff, but like he started putting him on the bench, and I think now he's back in the team. I think today, but
Hmm.
it's just been like you can never is good at
How
free
much
kick.
is it? Yeah, free kick.
Yeah, but it's just like it's unclear what he thinks. Like also with the whole backline starting, like he used to have Rico Lewis always in the team, and then the moment he had Rico Lewis playing at right back when Walker was there, and then the soon as Walker left, like he started putting Rico Lewis on the bench and putting Nunes there. So it's been like also like I think he's trying to figure out his team. So it's
Yeah.
going to be
It's been
like
one figuring out season for them.
absolute.
um, Avi says that he has been exploring Singapore this and its weather, and he has also asked before also this question, which is, what do you guys think about Manchester United performance?
I mean, I'm happy. I don't know, Avi, if you're a United fan. Akshata,
I
you
am clearly not a Manchester United supporter.
no, no. I'm saying, are you happy with the way United
Oh,
have been performing?
yeah, yeah. वो जहाँ है वो वहीं रहे.
Yeah, but
Bottom of the table.
objectively, like coming to it, I think I'm a Chelsea fan, so I'm happy. Akshata is Liverpool fan, so she's happy how United are performing. But it clearly seems that things are not right.
Yeah.
I don't think he has got his team. The whole like everyone who has left United is performing. Like you see Anthony performing for Real Betis, Marcus Rashford for Aston Villa. So it seems like the systems weren't suiting the players that were there, or
Hmm.
also like probably the man management and stuff. So I don't know if like I think Amarin has been stuck in the way he wants to play in terms of like five at the back, and he doesn't have the players. I think he only got Dorgu in this uh, transfer window. So it's just I don't know if that is enough for him to like now
Hmm.
play with the system he wants to play. So I think United like did well to come back.
Yeah,
Like,
unexpectedly.
yeah, the substitutions worked, and like, it, but obviously it's like if considering the whole history of United. Like obviously the performances have been bad this season, so in that sense, like they've done good, considering that Everton also drew against Liverpool, who are the league leaders. So I mean, in that sense, like a draw wouldn't seem so bad, but knowing what
And that too at Goodison Park also because
exactly,
Everton, I mean, since they're leaving the Goodison Park, so they have been playing there as if, like it's the end of the world for them.
yeah, that's also a very good point actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And of
but
course, a new manager also brings in that kind of a change and positivity, like the kind of work that
the
David has been
bounce,
doing.
but also like David Moyes is like he's the legend for Evertonians. So I think like
A lot
he
of people at the screening were abusing David also, cuz dagabaz.
I mean, United chucked him, so it's not his fault. But yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see where United land up. Are they going to go lower down, or is it like can they make it to top 10 even now? Still a question, but no signs yet.
Yeah, I think Everton have more chances of making top 10.
That's good. That's a good point. And I think Tottenham are back almost in 12th or somewhere, so maybe they would make top 10. But United, I don't see any signs of like
With
complete.
Spurs, the thing is, no, they come back for a match and then they sit and start to enjoy the view.
Yeah.
So they forget that they are, they're playing in the league or something. I don't understand Spurs at all. That's
Mm.
one team that is super unpredictable to me, Spurs. I will
That's
not make predictions about them.
but one good thing is that they're getting their players back.
Yeah.
They were playing with like the youth academy almost, and I think so they're getting the players back. I think Kulusevski is the one of the players who has played most number of minutes in like the whole Premier League because he's not been able to give him any rest. So it's
Are you
also
sure? I think DVD has also played almost all game,
yeah
90 minutes.
yeah I think it's across all
Yeah, it must be across leagues then,
yeah.
yes.
So it's also like super strenuous on the people, and that's why they're getting injured. But
Yeah.
now they're getting their Udogi was back, Brennan Johnson is back, so like he scored a couple of goals also. So I think hopefully like they're gonna get back. But as you said, like they're super unpredictable. Like the Ange ball, it's like if you remember, um, they score one, concede three. So it's
Yeah.
I don't know how it's gonna, but it's fun to watch anyway for
Yeah.
neutrals and obviously being a Chelsea fan. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's been a very weird season so far.
True.
Or
It's been a competitive season. Even like last night. What was your thought on Arsenal's loss?
I was so happy actually. I mean, I'm also thinking from my FPL point of view because like everyone now would have like at least one Arsenal defender, like most of the people, or at least in my mini leagues. So just getting a blank on those clean sheets was so happy. But yeah, I think Arsenal have been like consistent in a way, like getting like one or two goals, but like it was surprising against City. Obviously, that was like one game when I didn't expect them to score so many. But apart from that, I think they've been like consistent in terms of solid defense and like getting one or two goals. But this was, I mean, I guess the red card helped West Ham, but they were already winning 1-0. So
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it helped.
yeah, I think
I
it
think
was,
they didn't. It could have helped. I think they didn't take the advantage of it somehow. Like
that's
after leading 1-0, I think they were just trying to just defend for their life.
yeah. I think that's a. Uh, I think they would park the bus obviously eventually.
Yeah.
Like getting 3 points against Arsenal is not a. I think they weren't expecting that going into the match.
Nobody
So
was expecting it, I think.
but yeah, I think Bowen has been going under the radar also since his injury.
Hmm.
I think he was getting that traction in terms of FPL, but after the injury also he's been performing. I think with Potter, or he can be a good uh, asset to look at. I think going back to the question, I think someone had asked about midfield options, but again, obviously, I wouldn't bank on. Uh, a midfield of Bowen, but I would go rather with Mbueno if I'm like selling off Watkins. I think going back
Hmm.
to the question, but yeah, I think it's like who do you keep your trust on? Do you like keep your like trusted players throughout the season, or do you keep on changing? I think everyone has their own strategy of like
True.
bringing in players and out. I don't know. Like going back to also United's, I think if there's no other agenda, I think uh,
Sorry, Anas bhai. Sorry. Anas bhai here is from Pakistan. I'm
oh,
sorry. I'm sorry. मैंने तो देखा ही नहीं match. Did you watch the match by the way?
I saw it right before like we joined,
Hmm.
obviously because it's too early for me in New York to wake up and
Yeah.
watch. But I think I saw like India was doing pretty well, but I didn't know the match has ended already.
No, it must be like खत्म ही होने वाला होगा because
Yeah,
35 overs were left an hour back, 1.5 hours
I mean
back.
like we have 10 overs left and like 20 runs to go, so I think it's pretty much done.
Yeah,
But
pretty much done. But
quite
you know that
happy.
the excitement that used to be there for India versus Pakistan back in the day, बचपन वाली वो थी ही नहीं इस बार बिल्कुल भी for me personally.
I think there is some point of like, or some sort of like a saturation because we
Hmm.
just had like the T20 World Cup and
Yeah.
then the Border Gavaskar Trophy, which obviously India lost. And I think when India loses, like people like sort of like
Yeah.
stepping away from cricket a little. But I don't know how much like I mean, obviously in India, how much traction there has been with regards to the Champions Trophy. But India Pakistan, obviously, it's a buzz. Like anyone
Yeah.
at least watches, if not like oh India Pakistan like weeks into the game. But yeah, I think you're right. Like it's not the same because probably we're getting, but it's still like what we get only like 4 games a year maximum if there are like ICC
And
tournaments.
that, yeah, and that, I mean, I would have preferred it if it was happening somewhere in Pakistan and not Dubai. Because it would have given that sort of a, you need that kind of a fan sport when you're watching India versus Pakistan. Yeah,
No,
even if Dubai has a crowd of both the countries, I agree, but you need people from the roots cheering for your team.
no, and that whole episode is a big controversy. Like anyway, like how like BCCI objected, ICC. I think it's I King, bro.
Right. Yes,
Yeah,
true.
that's true. Australia is the new rival since 2008. But it's just that, like, also, I think there was a meme circulating, and I think probably it's a fact also that Jay Shah wrote a letter from BCCI to ICC that India will not be playing for Pakistan. And this was on a Friday. And on Monday, he was appointed as the ICC president. So he became the ICC president and then accepted that letter from BCCI that India will not be playing in Pakistan. So there's a big conflict of interest question also, but I'm guessing that was just a meme. But it,
No clue. The fact check, it's so difficult to do it these days. Hi, guys, whoever is watching, please do like the stream. Yes, King Bro, hopefully, we'll follow Madrid's lead on this. आपने एम्बापे का हैट्रिक आया था यहाँ पे साला हैट्रिक आया है they both compete for the Ballon d'Or. Yay, yo.
No, please. Mbappe is not even in contention. I think this year should be Salah, or I.
Thank God. Really, really means a lot.
I'm just like the other option for my background was Salah is the FPL king. So the like Salah has been unreal. Like I have a policy set and forget. Like Salah is your captain, forget it. Like
Yeah,
don't even think about it. Like if you, it's so painful to watch Liverpool matches if you have captained someone else. I think
true.
that's one thing. Like even if and I think it's the same thing. Like it's so painful to watch Chelsea like play when they're playing against your assets because you want your assets to score, but Chelsea is always on the losing side. Like I had Verbruggen assisting last game week against Chelsea, so I was happy about that. But it was so sad that it was Chelsea who lost 3-0 to Brighton. But yeah, I think that's
In that case, I just forget about the FPL then. Like today, I have City players, and if City ends up losing, I'll be happy about it. I have two Liverpool players.
Marmoush and Guardiola, and who's the third one?
Foden. I
Oh, you
wanted to remove him, but I ran out of free transfers. No,
those are great differentials you have in your team. I
and
would
then I have
put
Salah
like
and Trent.
yeah. Yeah, so you're heavily like you have 7 out of or 5 out of 11 players are in this match.
In
So
this match.
how many points do you have in this game week till now?
I had 26 abhi tak,
Okay,
but
I have.
Forest scored again, so
Oh,
Forest.
Forest scored again. Is it 4
It
3?
was 4-3. Yeah, it finished at 4-3.
Okay,
So I have
okay.
26 points, one from Pickford, seven from Hall, two from Rogers, one from ESR. I brought in ESR last week.
Oh,
Five from Wood and 10 from Isaac. And Salah is my cap.
a lot of players that you have brought in, people have already moved away from. So I'm a little. ESR was in my team for the first, I think, 15 game weeks. Then I removed him. But
Yeah.
it's a good bet. I think Fulham, but they lost quite again uh, to Crystal Palace, and that has been a great sort of assistant managing
Hmm.
assistant manager chip to put on Glasner. He got
Hmm.
20 points, I think, which is the
Wow.
highest I think this week. So I think that's this.
Hmm. So I don't want any Barca player to win. If Salah wins it, we'll accept it.
And that's also true. But yeah, I think assistant managementship is such a big gamble that it's literally predicting who's going to win, which sort of takes you into the gambling area. I think
Hmm.
FPL is still a little about skills, but this
Hmm.
assistant managementship is completely taking
Yeah.
you into that like
Yeah.
guesswork area.
Yeah, because there are a lot of permutations and combinations to it, right? Like a cheaper manager
Yeah.
and the difference between points from, I mean, rankings in between teams also gives you more points. So
The table
that
bonus, I think that's the only reason why I would play assistant manager chip.
hmm,
I was looking at Eddie Howe during his double game week, but then I would think about like also putting it on someone which is lower ranked. I think Crystal Palace is a good bet. Uh, Fulham is a good bet against big teams. But yeah, I think till now Bournemouth were also a good bet, but it's just now surprising because they're already in top five, so
hmm.
or top six, I think. So it's just oh, people are saying hi to you, Akshita. Yeah,
Yeah.
but no, it's we're hoping now that that City could, I think, at least give us a good game in terms of like, I mean, at least as a neutral to me, I would want like a good tight game and not like a 2-0, 3-0 one-sided match. I don't know
Hmm.
what you would want as a Liverpool fan.
I mean, I want it to be an entertaining match for sure.
So not a two
तो
zero.
लास्ट तक वो थोड़ा वो है ना मतलब ऑफ कोर्स लाइक मर रही होती है मैच देखते देखते बट बट फिर मजा वही आता है ना कि like even in Everton game, okay, of course we ended up with a draw and it felt like we lost it.
Yeah.
But the game was so crazy, Anish. Like like I had put my mic on charge. और रात को इतनी देर हो रही थी कि नहीं now I'll watch make a video and put things that come to mind after that game against Everton tonight. And then that last minute goal happened.
Oh, that
Made the match so interesting. No, like sometimes you're just looking for an interesting match. So I think this can be a fun match.
that's true. And there was that penalty shout out also, no? In the end,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah, yeah,
that was
yeah.
not shout out. Actually, it was given but overturned in the end. But
And
yeah,
it was also very strange that, like 5 additional minutes were given and the ball was in play for, I think, around 7.5, 8 minutes.
yeah.
A lot of, yeah,
A
a
lot
lot
of
of issues.
drama, last minute drama.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are the fun bits. Like you also saw that fight, no, at the end. Eh,
Oh. And every time, like of course, Haaland is not playing today, but if Haaland is there, then you expect a fight to come up. And like there's one thing that I'm sort of trying to manifest, which is a Nunes versus Haaland scenario.
that's so random. But why are you mad?
I don't know because I think it's really fun to watch.
Okay.
Both over, like both hyper kids.
I mean, you know, Haaland is not playing though, right?
Yeah, yeah. He'll be there at least,
And so is not
somewhere.
Nunes. So it's funny that you decided to fight between non-team players.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
it's a good lineup if you want to go through the
I
Liverpool lineup. It's
sort of unable to put it on this screen because I'm technologically challenged. But yes, we have. Wait a second. We have Allison, Van Dijk, Konate, Diaz, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Salah, Curtis Jones, Robertson, Gravenberch, and Trent
yeah, and
starting for us. It's a four
I
four two
think
formation.
that
OD
that
cap.
that's a fairly like it's full strength Liverpool.
Yeah.
Although I don't know who his favorite forward is. I think slots like obviously I think Dia is it like I mean obviously I think Gakpo is the favorite if he's fit. But apart between like Jota and Diaz, I'm always like if Jota is fit and performing,
But
I
if
don't know.
Jota is fit is such a big thing in itself, no? If
That's
Jota
a
is
good point. But he's gone extra defensive. I think he's put Curtis Jones, McAllister, and Gravenberch all together. So
Yeah, yeah, that is the usual most. I mean, yeah. But he's been experimenting a lot with Diaz as a number 9,
yeah, but
which hasn't
generally
really worked for us.
Gakpo on the left, right? Today
Yeah,
it's I think it's Curtis Jones on the left. I think so. I think that's probably the defensive cover up, or probably. But it's surprising
yeah.
if you put Jota either as a 9 and Diaz as left. So it's like I mean whatever
First
he's
five
doing, it's
minutes will
working.
only be that तीन चल रहे हैं.
Sorry.
I said for first 5 7 minutes will like
Yeah. But I mean, whatever he's doing, it's working clearly. Like Slot has been such a
yeah, yeah. And there have been moments during the season, like a couple, not many, thankfully, but a couple of moments where you end up doubting why he did what he did. Like the last game, we were not expecting Trent to be substituted.
mm,
But then, he comes out and says that because there was a reason, because, someone is not feeling healthy enough or whatever. So at the time, you may feel that, what is he doing tactically, but he knows what he's doing. He is of that sound mind.
I
Yeah.
think he's also just trying to protect Trent a little. Like he takes him off after 60 minutes. A lot of the memes are going that Slot has Trent in his FPL team because because he had him till the clean sheet and he took him off right after 60 minutes in one of the
Mm.
matches. I think it was Everton match or
Yeah,
one of the
अभी वाला नहीं
yeah, and
विला
then
गेम.
yeah, and no, and the last match against Aston Villa also like
Where
Trent
he scores
scored
the goal,
and
and
he
then
took
he's
him
like,
off immediately, and they're saying like he's trying to protect the points. But I think it's also because like Liverpool has had too many games in the
yeah.
past.
We also have a tight fixture.
Yeah, and like
Mm,
like big games, so it's just I think trying to make sure that he's available for those 60 minutes. But
true.
and
But
because
now with Bradley also injured, I don't think Bradley is Bradley on bench. No,
no,
Bradley
Bradley was
also is
injured
removed,
in the
so
last
we
game
have to
week.
rely more on. And Bradley, unfortunately, like he's he's only the actual Trent replacement we have, and Bradley also has had his own share of injuries this season.
Yeah, but I can see him like if Liverpool have a good lead, I can see him put Kwanzaa instead of Trent uh, if he wants to manage his minutes. But
Hmm.
otherwise, he might like this is a big game that he might want to play it out the whole. I mean, although like City are like fifth, it's still a big game. I would say in terms
No,
of
it is a big game, yeah. We cannot afford to lose points going forward. We
that's.
just cannot.
But
I mean,
everyone else has
lucky,
lost points, so you're not in
yeah,
that bad position.
true. But like we had that one extra game advantage, which we have lost now.
I mean,
So
yeah.
technically, with now we have an 8 point difference between Arsenal and us. But today we'll have one game extra.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping like the worst case scenario would be a draw or even a loss. You still have that 8 points difference. But as I said, considering the pattern that is going this game week, I can see City winning. Oh, Divija has come up supporting Arsenal.
Arsenal. No, bro, Liverpool. It's a Liverpool channel, guys. Nobody can support your clubs, not a problem. But yes, you can support Chelsea. But before we end the conversation,
Yeah.
any changes you would want to see? मतलब तो क्या लगता है? You happy with the starting lineup for Liverpool and for City?
City, obviously, I would want Haaland to be there, not
Me
just for
too.
my FPL, but obviously otherwise also. I think in terms of, I never know why he starts or benches people. So maybe he's thought of something putting Rico Lewis there. I like Nunes there. He was very attacking and very, but I think since Haaland is not there, there's no one to put those crosses into. So I think it makes sense to put in Rico Lewis now. He's starting Kusanov. So that's going to be interesting because if you remember his first debut with Chelsea, he made a couple of mistakes that could have
Mm,
one led to goal, the other one could have led to a goal. So it's going to be interesting how he plays in this game, which is another big game, and he's starting with Ake. So it's not Diaz obviously in goal, in defense. Sorry. So let's see how that goes. I can see a substitution if Kusanov looks a little nervous. Then KDB, obviously, I think is someone we all admire, but let's see his fitness if he's able to
mm,
manage that midfield. And then I think like Foden, Savio, Doku is I think making a comeback after a time. And
mm,
Nico Gonzalez is someone that I haven't seen that much. So it's going to be interesting how he plays in
mm.
midfield. And they have decided not to play Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, uh, Kovacic, which have been like the regular names. So it's a very new 11 for City. So it's a little unpredictable, and hoping like it'll be a good match. What
Yeah,
about
Pep
you?
must have thought. Pep, of course, yeah. I mean, he's a tactical genius. Of course, he's having a bad season. It's okay. Happens with the best of people. But we cannot take it away from him that he is good at his work.
Yeah,
So if he comes up with some surprises, he must have put in it a lot of thoughts. It's a different thing if the players are able to execute it or not.
that's true.
But we
But
have to. And City, we cannot take City lightly. I can still, despite the fact that there's an 8 point difference between us and Arsenal, I can still take Arsenal lightly, but I will not take City lightly.
that's true. It's a pep roulette that keeps us on our toes. Oh, what is
Yeah.
he going to do? Both in FPL
What?
and in real life also. You
Yeah.
never know. Yeah, but yeah, I
Yes.
think it's going to be an exciting match. Oh, thank you, Dhruv. But I'm hoping like it'll be a fun watch. Are you going out to watch the
No,
match?
no, no. I'll watch it at home.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
you're preparing for Monday blues.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's just fun to watch certain matches.
Yeah,
खुद की space में, like
you can
screening में you're
manage
not
it.
able to watch the match because there's so much you're not able to like watch it.
No, that's true.
So one of the few matches I want to watch in my own space. But thank you so much, Anavesh, for taking out the time and speaking with
No,
us.
thank you
मजा
so
आया.
much.
Hope to
Thank
see
you.
you more often on the channel and talk more
Absolutely.
about the Premier League and the FPL and the
No,
UCL also once it starts. resumes.
Yeah, I think it'll be an interesting not playoffs, but like the round of 16s. But no, thank you so much for having me. It's been fun, and like obviously FPL is something that I'm quite involved in, and like being here talking about it, it's been super fun. And probably you should, like, this is one recommendation, please do more FPL streams.
Yeah.
I know you're now becoming a celebrity and now
No,
doing
yeah, I
more
know.
regular PL, but do more FPL streams. It's fun to also, like, because we anyway need more people doing that, but also like I mean, coming from like someone who is so knowledgeable like you, I think it's super
No,
fun
I'm
to watch those.
not. But I can call people like you who are knowledgeable about
No,
it,
no,
and then try
no.
to get all the information that we need for the FPL.
Yeah, but I think we need you to do more FPL streams regularly and hopefully give people advice on transfers also.
Oh, how I wish I was that. But as I said, I'll call people who are experts in this,
Yeah,
and
you
we'll do
seem to
more
have a
research.
lot of people following who have great teams. So I think you could invite people.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Anivesh, and
Thank you
thank you
so much
everybody else
again.
who joined us here. And do like the stream and do share the stream
Yes.
if you
Thank
like
you
it.
so much everyone for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Is that it? Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Okay, guys, enjoy the match. Up the Reds, guys. Up the Reds.
oh, all the best. Bye bye.